Respected dear family members, for the last many months I used to read different regional newspaper and national English newspapers. I found that the Hindu, the Madras, Chennai centered national newspaper, the Hindu, used to publish fantastic news on an unbiased way, non-lenient way, logically, rationally, and to a very great extent scientifically, without opposing, without supporting, but presenting the fact and the truth and essence of the messages to the people. I felt so happy that I was subscribing based on the advice of my son, the newspaper The Hindu. Very recently, our Prime Minister had conducted the tour to the Indian Ocean countries like Mauritius, Seychelles and Sri Lanka. Wherever he had gone, the messages given, the activities undertaken, the MOUs signed and the discussions conducted and the missions undertaken by him and the changes in the approaches and attitude of the people in those countries, these are all given so fantastically, perfectly in the Hindu newspaper. And Indian Prime Minister's visit to Sri Lanka, perhaps the first Indian Prime Minister visiting the Tamil region of Sri Lanka, without creating any ill will, any misunderstanding to the Buddhist country Sri Lanka. He respected, he advised, he guided, he supported and gave fantastic donations, interest-free loans for development of the housing sector for the Tamilians, plantation sector for the Tamilians, railway, water processing, energy processing, commercial aspect between these two countries, and e-visa. I was fortunate enough to go to Sri Lanka, Colombo 3 weeks back. I could get visa within 5 minutes, electronic visa. Exactly like that, the same facility extended to Sri Lankan citizens, even though many Pakistanis, many terrorists and many smugglers, many fake note producers used to enter Trivandrum and Chennai through Colombo airport. But he made it very clear, for the Sri Lankan citizens, e-visa will be given, and all the messages given to them, just like an elder brother, not an arrogant elder brother, not an autocratic elder brother, not an elder brother having muscle power, muscular power, but a brotherly brother in the family of Indian culture. He visited, discussed and went out of the way to mingle with the people of Sri Lanka while inaugurating the railway line. He mingled with the Buddhist saints or monks wherever he visited, and Sri Lankan Prime Minister was with him all these days, and he told the Tamilians and people to give enough time for the present rulers for settling the problem, and they even requested all support from India for developing, for the marching forward of Sri Lanka, which was assured by our Prime Minister. Again, as the biggest neighboring country for them, and their relation with China. China is a Buddhist country where Buddhism is flourishing nowadays like anything, And Ceylon is a Buddhist country where Buddhism is flourishing like anything. But majority of the Sinhalese are Buddhist, and they are afraid of the Tamilians there. They are scared of the LTTE coming up again. But all these problems, including the fishermen problem and the problem of building an international harbour by China in Colombo seaport. China is building a 5,000 hectare or 500 hectare ranging war harbour, battlefield oriented harbour for the convenience of Chinese warship in Indian Ocean and also Bay of Bengal. Now our Prime Minister could do their level best. There means the ruling party's level best for bringing all the people together. And some internal problems existed in Maldives, so he did not go there. The former president got a lifetime imprisonment for 13 years in that country, so the country is slightly not silent, reasonably violent, and his visit will be taking place shortly, so that Indian Ocean area will be coming under the influence of the elder brother India, not under the influence of Pakistan or China, but under the influence of their cultural parents like India. So all these matters I could grasp directly from the Hindu newspaper, and I would like to say, non-lenient, unbiased, true essence and fact presented in the Hindu newspaper is an asset for each and every one of us in knowing and understanding what is the truth and what is not the truth about what is happening in India and outside India, inside the parliament and outside the parliament, including inside Kerala Assembly and outside Kerala Assembly. These are all the facts based on which we can act or react. That should be done if and only if we can gather the unbiased reports of information that we could get. So I feel so happy that at least a few media, print media, are doing an unbiased work. Let us support such type of approach. Thank you very much. My pranams to you.